people would be cooking up on the barbecue. It was just a big get-together for motorcyclists. So anyone and everyone came. Didn't matter if you were a gang member or not. Didn't matter if you rode a Harley, a Triumph, a Ducati, or a Japanese bike. There was no problem. Oddly enough, they all pretty much looked like that guy over there with a big long beard. I have it on good authority that most of them had big long beards. So the boyfriend used to come. He came every year for 22 years. And he too has a big long beard. So the brass monkey. They don't hold it here anymore. Once this road came through, so this is a state highway, so State Highway 8A. Once they built this road through here, there were a lot of guys that were turning up on farm bikes that were not roadworthy, and the police felt that it was unsafe for them to be riding around on the road without a warrant or a registration. And so they ended up moving the brass monkey to a new farm where a lot of the farm guys can actually get there without driving on the road or riding on the road. But the boyfriend doesn't go anymore. He feels the cold, as all men in their 60s do. And so yeah, he doesn't go anymore. But I sort of said we should go next winter. We'll see. We'll see how cold winter is. See how tough I feel.
On the right side.
Side.
Are they grape trees?
Grapevines?
Grape?
Yes, these are grapevines. They certainly are. There's something really special about grapevines. Has anyone noticed anything in particular about the grapevines that has caught your attention? Have you noticed they all run the same direction? No, not really. That's okay. Grapevines are planted north to south, so that they get north to south, so that they get even colouring on the skins. I won't bore you all with talk of wine. I could talk about wine all day.
I can see apple trees here. Apple trees? Yeah.
Apple tree?
Where? Which side? On the right?
In my imagination.
No, they're all grapevines. We've got poplars over the back there and pine trees. No, these are all grapevines. This is how we grow our grapes. Can you all see out here in the paddock, we've got a great big structure in the middle of the paddock, the big steel structure. Do we know what that's used for? Have a guess.
What?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Those big steel structures out there are on wheels.
Watering?
What did you say?
What's that? Watering?
Yeah, absolutely. Immigration. Good grief. Not enough coffee in my diet this morning. Irrigation. Yeah, absolutely. Irrigation. I'm not going to make you think too hard if I ask a question, trust me. I can't even get my immigration and my irrigation correct. Yeah, so the farmers use them. They drop bores. So a bore is where they run piping down below the rock face, and they absorb the water up out of the lower ground. And they use a pump to bring it up, and they pump it out through the irrigation. And the good thing about those irrigation systems is you can move them, so they're not static. So the farmers will be sitting in their lounge with their app on their phone, and couple of buttons, and the machinery will start to move, and they can move them in a 360 degree motion. Generally though, they only go, 240 degrees, I think it is. They go fence line to fence line. As I said, it gets very dry here, particularly over summer. Very dry. This paddock here, you can see it's just dirt. The farmer's come out and he's raked the soil. They'll be planting up with things like kale and turnips and swedes. So we grow down crop and up crop, so kale and cabbage, spinach, not so much spinach, silver beet. We grow those as up crops and down crops, not for the market gardens, but for our livestock. New Zealand's one of the most prolific growers of kale, not because we eat it, because the only way to eat kale is deep fried. Kale chips, fantastic. But we feed it to our livestock. So I was a dairy farmer for a couple of years. I can't eat kale. I just look at it, that's cow food. Turnips and swedes as well. I don't mind turnips. Turnips are okay. In small doses. Chopped up into little bits and put in the soup. So you will see crops growing in the paddocks, and those are particularly for the livestock. Alright, so we finally got through the roadworks. Yay us. We're now heading towards the terrace and over the Lindsay's Pass. I've only got one more thing to talk about, then I'm going to turn the mic off and turn the music up. How are we doing for heat down the back? Have you guys warmed up? Toasty? Yeah, it must be toasty. People are asleep. Must be my dulcet tones, yeah? Actually there's two things I'm going to talk about. The terrace. So we're just coming into the terrace. And the terraces are a special location. So this area here is made up of farmers. And they're looking to diversify. We're just crossing over the Lindis River. We actually crossed this river 4 times on this trip. But the terrace, so these guys that are living here in the terrace, it's, I think they've got a population of about 150 people. These guys wanted to come up with some alternatives in relation to economy. So what they did was they approached a number of international airports throughout the country because they came up with a brilliant idea of putting in an international airport here that can accommodate the large aeroplanes. Because the large aeroplanes can basically land in Auckland, and that's it. They can, some fly into Christchurch, some fly into Wellington, but it's not the great big planes that can do the big international flights. And so these guys have come up with a plan. They've approached a couple of airports, and Christchurch International Airport has picked up on it. They are going to be clearing this land putting in an international airport so that we can have direct flights from the likes of China and the United States, from the UK. It's going to be a lot more, the UK to New Zealand. And they'll be able to use the big aeroplanes and fly direct into to bunny hop to Queenstown to Wanaka, jump into rental cars and head up the west coast, or head up through to Christchurch and further afield, maybe up Blenheim and Nelson, and down the west coast back to Tahuna, Queenstown, or back to here. So they'll be able to loop the South Island quite simply by having a big international airport here. The Queenstown International Airport cannot get any bigger and is surrounded by mountains and housing, and you can't expand it. So it seems like a really good thing to do, put an international airport here in the terrace. So as we come along the roadway here, guys, have a look out to your left. We're starting to see some mountains come into view. That lovely big mountain on the left that is covered with snow with a bit of sun shining on it, that is Mount Aspiring. Mount Aspiring National Park, and Mount Aspiring actually runs from the far side of Wanaka right across to Glenorchy. So it's a beautiful big mountain, one of our most treacherous mountains. It's only second behind Aoraki Mountain Cook. So Edmund Hillary used to traverse Mount Aspiring as part of his training program prior to going to complete Everest. It's a beautiful big mountain. We've got some cloud cover, pretty typical for this time of year. To the left of Mount Aspiring we can see Black Peak and Richardson's Peak, which is the one to the left of that with the glacier on it. We can't see Mount Earnslaw from this side of the mountains. But yeah, Mount Aspiring, beautiful big mountain. A lot of mountaineers come here in summer to ascend Mount Aspiring. It's got a number of different passes over it. Those that are brave souls that like to go tramping will tramp over Rabbit Pass, which will link them up with Mount Earnslaw on the other side, and then across the Humboldt and into Milford Sound. That's a 2-week tramp and not for the faint-hearted. I don't think I've got the kahunas to do it. Rabbit Pass alone is a 2-day tramp and it's pretty rough. So we've just come into the heart of the terrace. I'm going to turn the mic off, turn the music up, let you guys rest, take lots of photos as we travel up over the Lindis. We will see some more snow on the mountains once we clear through the